Courtesy!
Courtesy!
Courtesy, Russell.
A courtesy!
Passion. Courtesy.
Courtesy, heads up.
Well, common courtesy, right?
That's common courtesy.
We'll extend every courtesy.
Courtesy of Supergirl.
Where's some professional courtesy?
Man courtesy.
As a final courtesy.
Just a courtesy call.
Courtesy of the Queen.
Courtesy of the Vatican.
Courtesy of Butch Cassidy.
Greater courtesy of Vance Refrigeration.
Need the courtesy?
That tidbit courtesy of our...
Best courtesy of Nelson.
Courtesy, a close second.
Man courtesy, Lou.
Common courtesy.
Courtesy of everyone's favorite.
Close! Courtesy Richard Castle Investigations.
Professional courtesy. Now, courtesy of Speaker City.
This was a courtesy meeting. Courtesy of... you know who.
Courtesy of the Toad Man.
I decided we're past courtesy. With respect and common courtesy.
Humble and familiar courtesy.
It is a courtesy call.
Here's a courtesy.
This was just a courtesy.
Courtesy briefing on our progress.
Courtesy of the State Department.
It is simply a courtesy.
Courtesy of the Ouija board.
Extend me every courtesy.
Extended you every courtesy.
A harmless courtesy address.
Then it's courtesy a turncoat.
Captain over, white courtesy phone.
Courtesy call.
Courtesy of your United States Navy. Professional courtesy.
Oh, you like me.
We do that as courtesy, of course.
As a professional courtesy to you.
Walter White, the nearest courtesy phone.
Client appeared here as a courtesy.
At least a courtesy, let God. How?
Return the courtesy.
Gentle friend, for love and courtesy.
Sent over this morning, courtesy of Homeland.
The way, as a professional courtesy.
Accorded every courtesy, isn't that the idea? They're miniature holographic generators, courtesy of Isaac.
Now that I've observed the courtesy.
Russian courtesy of those morons in narrative.
Courtesy of the gentleman across the way.
Screw the courtesy, this is business.
Said he wanted to extend me that courtesy.
You will only do me the courtesy.
Courtesy calls for the latter first. Some poetry. Courtesy of Sarah McLachlan.
Of the Brethren Court. Courtesy of Jack.
These two, they have no courtesy.
Common courtesy is just gibberish. Hocus pocus.
Captain Clarence over, white courtesy phone.
Courtesy of the new crystal gems.
Well, why don't we show Michael a little courtesy?
Guys.
Courtesy of the late Mr. Bond.
Joe, I only asked as a courtesy.
How about a little courtesy reverse? Based on professional courtesy and mutual boredom.
We wish to afford him every courtesy.
Simply a matter of professional courtesy.
Courtesy of Bell Labs transistor work.
Not a little courtesy lick.
In my unpleased eye, see your courtesy.
I'm here because I owe you the courtesy and respect. It's the passing of a time of etiquette, courtesy.
It's not a requirement, sir, just a courtesy.
He'd be wise to pay us the courtesy of response.
Instead of a gathering by courtesy of the Crawley family.
It is common courtesy to give or reach around.
I'll give you the courtesy you never gave me.
Came to tell you as a courtesy.
The courtesy of your hall is somewhat lessened of late.
Going around the neighborhood as a courtesy.
Just kind of a courtesy thing, really.
Father, please. I need lessons in courtesy from you, bastard.
And with your Harvard mouth, extend me some fucking courtesy.
Back. Champagne for everybody. Courtesy of Billy Ray Valentine.
Mr. Dan, please pick up the white courtesy phone.
Drinking icy cold Bohemia-style beer. Courtesy of the hardest screw.
Common courtesy of opposite value.
I bring you fish aplenty. Courtesy of me.
I was extending a courtesy, not asking no permission.
Just as a common courtesy, if you don't mind.
I insist you stay for a courtesy thank you drink.
All courtesy of this criminal you refuse to divorce. Black coffee and jelly donuts, courtesy of the Circle K.
I'm going to show it to you as a courtesy. I won't even be given the courtesy of this meeting.
What is this, courtesy class? You fucked, Rick.
Don't bother with courtesy tissues on the seats.
That's a life lesson, courtesy Joe-Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The laws of courtesy apply to the rich?
Courtesy of the Nut Shack. Susie made them.
So what? He's exempt from common fucking courtesy?
Courtesy of the Georgia man, Sable Sampson.
Would Timothy Templeton please pick up the white courtesy phone?
Frank Nitti, all possible courtesy and consideration. William.
Without even the courtesy of a severance pop.
A world record, courtesy of your dear self.
For your many courtesies, I thank you.
Do me the courtesy of actually killing me.
I'd be happy to extend you that courtesy.
Courtesy of that bus down on Canal Street.
You're so famous for your courtesy, Lieutenant.
Passenger Warren Tashington, please pick up the white courtesy phone.
Every round of drinks, courtesy of Tony Wonder.
Don't mind Chris. He may be lacking courtesy.
Saving his life is more of a professional courtesy.
Without even the courtesy of calling it rain.
Do me the courtesy of not denying it.
I think that the Washington Post deserves the same courtesy.
So what do you think, Bojack? That's a courtesy question.
These are homemade cookies, courtesy of Granny June.
Well, thank you for your courtesy and concern, sir.
We are showing her every courtesy the NYPD extends.
Will Lois Griffin please come to the courtesy booth?
Most of the pertinent data comes courtesy of the Nazis.
Courtesy and good manners are not the business of men of God.
If you don't want to talk to me, fine. At least have the courtesy to hide.
Why don't you do yourself a courtesy and hand it over now? It's the end of humanity, Faith, not the end of courtesy.
And he decided to give his father the courtesy of a formal resignation.
I guess it's just the end of courtesy in the workplace.
After I read it, I knew I'd jacked my last courtesy shuttle.
A courtesy you can also expect should you decide to come aboard.
But could you at least do me the courtesy of telling me why we're here?
Rarely will your enemies do the courtesy of striking one at a time. I'd like to buy you all an Xbox, courtesy of me.
This is a professional courtesy. No one knows I'm here, understand?
Of course I was, but I had the courtesy to seem like I might not.
At one point, I convinced myself Roger's performance in courtesy merited a 4.
I just wanted to pay you the courtesy of telling you in person.
Which is why we have extended the courtesy of our invitation.
I took this call as a courtesy to Rona, okay?
But since you're new to the process, as a professional courtesy, I can...
You have the common courtesy to tell me before you do it.
I don't know what the thing is with you, but I don't appreciate being accused of a lack of courtesy.
I hope you will show them more courtesy than you have shown me.
Extend, Mr. Bond, every courtesy, but double the guard in this quarters. Yes, ma'am.
I hope you'll extend the same courtesy to my sister.
They're gonna give you a loan?
Sort of a professional courtesy.
I don't know, but there is a courtesy shuttle that runs every 20 minutes.
2 steaming cups of chocolate goodness, courtesy of whoever I swiped it from out of the cupboard.
And I certainly appreciate your courtesy, sir.
You take care now to extend me the same courtesy.
How about a side order of friendly advice? Courtesy of me.
Common courtesy.
Well, what were you afraid she was gonna say?
You were all so late, and you didn't even have the courtesy to call.
I would appreciate it if you do me the courtesy.
For over a month now, and you don't even have the courtesy to tell me.
Less than you would have been if Joffrey had done you the courtesy.
I want you to go with him. Courtesy escort. Let me know who he's meeting with.